Hello everybody, and welcome to Montezuma. It is a sunny day. In terms of just looking around and scenery, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But it could be a problem in terms of us seeing, just because over long distances we're going to have the typical heat issues. Plenty of eagle activity today. I've seen at least 3 or 4 flying around. I've seen a couple ospreys. I've seen at least 1 or 2 turkey vultures. A couple of great blue herons. Speaking of great blue herons, there's one. What else have I seen? I mentioned the ospreys, I believe. I've seen some red-winged blackbirds, purple martins, tree swallows. I heard a swamp sparrow, I believe, and I definitely heard a chipping sparrow. A robin, some red-winged blackbirds, I mentioned, did I? Some starlings, definitely, I did not mention, now I have. And what else have I seen? Not all that much more, but I mean, like I said, there's been plenty of eagle activity. Eagles flying around now. Why today as opposed to other days? I don't know. Is that one right there? That might be an eagle. Let's see my screen. Today, like I said, I think today might actually prove challenging in terms of trying to see well, just because of the bright sunshine. Well, there are some clouds, but much of the sky is cloudless.
Oh, excuse me.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's a great blue heron. Thought so. And I guess we'll see whatever else we'll see. Trying to think if there was anything else I saw out of the ordinary. Otherwise, no, actually, in terms of bird vocalizations, I did see some Canada geese. In terms of bird vocalizations, it's been fairly quiet. I haven't heard, many birds. I haven't heard a wide variety singing today. But we'll see if that changes as we progress. Let me just make sure everyone's up and running. Okay, it looks like we are here. But like I said, I see the comments on the sunny, beautiful weather. It is sunny and beautiful, don't get me wrong. I appreciate that, but as I've mentioned before many times, I would prefer a bright, cloudy day to a bright, sunny day like today, just for our purposes. When we look over long distances on a sunny day, it's much more difficult for us to see because we get that waviness in the air. That it's called heat shimmer or air distortion, and that leads to very challenging conditions in terms of us actually getting good, sharp looks at the various birds. But we'll do our best. I see to our right I think it's a robin, but I'm not sure. I can't really see it. It is a robin. Okay, American robin. This week, I continue to try to see and record American redstarts, and as you may know, they can can be challenging to photograph because they move around a fair amount, and they might be in in and on tree branches, and so you often get leaves in the way, etc. And that's fine, you know. I think I just heard a song sparrow. Fine. And the other night, I'm looking, at one that's been moving around a little bit. I have a reasonable chance of recording it. And then it lands on this one branch with essentially nothing blocking my view. And although the lighting wasn't perfect, it was pretty good. It's kind of backlit a little bit, but not so bad that it would have been impossible to photograph it. And it stayed there maybe 9 minutes within my view, and I had my camera trained on it. I think I just heard a Baltimore Oriole and a yellow warbler. At least I think so. The problem with the redstart, the entire 9 minutes or so, it was facing the other way and would not turn around no matter what. Not that I was doing anything to make it turn around. And then eventually it flew off. I mean, just would not turn around. I just heard a catbird, gray catbird. Hearing that Oriole again. It's officially, well, not officially, my thermometer says 78 degrees, and I believe it. And with this sunshine, it's going to feel pretty warm and toasty here in the car. I believe I hear a warbling vireo. That's the warbling vireo. There was a chance that I had heard an American goldfinch earlier, but I wasn't certain. I may have heard one, I'm not sure. That was, before I started. I just heard yellow warbler again. There's a chance I'm hearing a redstart sing right now. Maybe not. That might be a redstart singing. I have to say, I couldn't believe it when I had such good luck to see that redstart staying put, occasionally singing, for about nine minutes in one spot, in my view, no problem, and it wouldn't turn around. The only video I've posted this week was of the Virginia rails and their chicks running across the road. I thought that was the maybe the most special thing we saw last week anywhere. See a red-winged blackbird, and I just heard a different one. Oh. That was a groundhog, by the way. And I was just hearing a robin sing and didn't make note of it, and now I have. In the distance, that, I'm not sure who that is. Still not sure, to be honest with you. Looks like an eagle, actually. We have a couple turkey vultures on this side. That's one, and another, I may not be able to get it farther away. I just heard a marsh wren, but I don't believe I can get that other turkey vulture. I'm hearing more marsh wrens now on this side. I thought I heard one from the other side, and I'm hearing a couple on this side. I can also hear the robins singing. Grasses are really getting tall here. Making things that much more difficult to see. You know, that wherever the marsh wren is, I can't tell where it is, and the grasses, like I said, they're making things even more difficult to spot anybody. I guess in a way I'm lucky. Well, in many ways I'm lucky, but when it comes to bird watching, you know, there's so many birds that I would, you know, like to get a super look at, a real close-up. And I'd have to say, even though we've had some reasonably close looks at marsh wrens, I'm hoping to one day get a real honest to goodness close-up and nice long look at one. But, you know, it's that sort of thing that keeps you coming out here. You know, if you have goals that can be helpful, just to encourage someone to get out there and try to see the birds, you know. The point is, I'm a long ways from, well, I've seen it all. You know, I don't believe that at all. That marsh wren, if it is in view at all, is not in my view. Oh, eagles. we'll let them go. They're not easy for me to record, and they're not very close. On the other side, in case you were wondering, I mean, I'd like to look down there, but there's no way I can see above all that. I mean, those grasses are not quite as high as a car, but certainly the tips of some of those grasses are about the height of my window. Deep, deep, deep. You hear those? Those are red-winged blackbirds, if you're not certain. That was also a red-winged blackbird. I think I hear something else. Maybe not. There's a car ahead of us, and it looks like they've got a door propped open. I wonder if they're trying to see, if they've got something in their sights and they're trying to see something, and I don't know. Remember, they're draining the main pool, which is the direction in which I'm pointing right now. Something just flew by. I'm not sure what they were. Well, they look like ducks, if I had to guess. Just by... Granted, they were very far away, but it looked like their wings were flapping faster than those of Canada geese might. Anyway, I see a great blue heron. Maybe that's what they're trying to see. I'm going to pull over here and let these other cars pass. You know, we're lucky enough that we see great blue herons, you know, overall fairly often. They're not, you know, all that unusual for us, you know, for the tour as a whole. Now granted, in some spots we see them more often than others, but if you think about it, for, you know, for someone who doesn't go bird watching all that often, or maybe has never done it before, I mean, someone who's first trying it, you see a great blue heron, it's really, in many ways, a very exotic looking bird. You know, if you're, you know, someone who typically just sees, you know, house sparrows and maybe an American robin and maybe a crow, to see a great blue heron is really, really something. I thought I saw something drop down. I did see something drop down. What was it? It may have been a red-winged blackbird, but I don't know. Something was down here. That's what it looks like. Okay, it looked like a female red-winged blackbird. So my point is, you know, sometimes you'll see people who are here. Granted, I do the same thing where, you know, they've stopped and they've, you know, they're taking pictures as best they can of a great blue heron, for instance. And, you know, I'm not going to say I take great blue herons for granted, but to see one is not that unusual for me. I see something white up ahead that might be a great egret, because it is. Also, you know, for me, well, for many people, but for me too, in many ways, the great egret is an exotic bird. Now, I suppose if you live in, you know, an area that has them year-round, maybe it's not that big a deal to see them. Great egrets or great blue herons or any of the birds of the heron family, but for many of us, it's still, you know, a special sight to see one. Did I just hear? I don't know what I just heard. Song sparrow. You know, on a day like today, you know, here we are, 12:30, bright sunshine. Granted, it's not well, I don't believe it's 90 degrees, but my thermometer sometimes takes a while before it decides to register a temperature change. I think I also see a great blue heron. Or is that another egret? Oh, it's another egret. Oh wait, I don't know. No, that's a great blue heron. See, you know, I've mentioned before, now granted, we're looking through the windshield, but sometimes with a little bit of distance on a bright day like this, that is a great blue heron. Colors can get washed out. And, you know, back like this, that almost looks like it's all white, but it's not. Who's that? Looks like a mallard and ducklings. Kind of hidden, but that's okay. Not much going on this side, that's for sure. What did I just see? Did I just see something? Maybe. Probably a red-winged blackbird there, female. Canada geese and goslings. And in the foreground, that's the common gallinule. Maybe I can sharpen up the view here a little bit just by going through the side. Quick glance at the gallinule before we lose sight of it. And that great blue heron that we had been seeing, you can see the color is much better now. And 1 second. Okay. Saw a swallow of some sort. I'm not sure if it was a tree swallow or a barn swallow. No Canada geese over there. Now I think we're going to try to take a look at this great blue heron who's on dry ground for whatever reason. Trying to cool a little bit. Let's see if we can take a closer look. You can see the general area though, no water, at least from here within sight. Again, the pool is deliberately being drained. All right, let's take a look. This might not be great because of the sunshine. Could be better, is what I'm saying. Let's watch it cool. You can see it's the way it's doing the fluttering there. I forgot what it's called. It's doing that to cool. I would suggest maybe finding a shadier spot, but that's just me. Okay, hold on. See its feet because of the debris there. You wonder why is it there, because there's no, as far as I can see, there's no water anywhere nearby. So why is it there? Maybe it just simply decided to land there for whatever reason, or maybe it saw something, or maybe not a fish, but something else that it might consume, or try to consume. I don't know. Okay. Well, there's somebody being mobbed in the distance here. Let's see if we can find it. Does look like an eagle. Someone was flying after it, but not any longer from what I can tell. I'll let it go because it is difficult for me to stay with such a bird in the car. All right. Okay. Might as well. Oh, someone else in the distance. Hold on. Oh, who's that? Doubt I'll be able to identify it. No. But on the horizon, or closer to it, this looks like another eagle. As I've said, I've seen a few eagles today, and there's something. Oh, who is that? Oh, shorebird of some sort. Hold on, if I can find it. I think it's a shorebird. Oh, that is a spotted sandpiper. By the looks of things, the orange bill for me is a key, and so is the stripe at the eye. The line, really. I just lost sight of it with my. Oh, there it is. Hold still, you. Where are you? Someone vocalizing somewhere. Almost sounds like wood duck. Alright, with the naked eye, I've kind of lost sight of the spotted sandpiper. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to... Oh, it just took off anyway. Oh, I see somebody. Hold on. That is a killdeer. I might be hearing a second, I'm not sure. Definitely hearing this one vocalized, but... I love how they walk. Notice as they walk, you know what it is about their walk that's interesting? Look at how level their heads stay as they walk. I mean, you see a lot of birds that, their heads bob up and down. That's not true of the killdeer by the looks of things. Oh my goodness, what did I just see? Stand up, would you? Another killdeer, I think, just flew by. I'm gonna let it go. I want to stay with this one. I think that's a nest, and I thought I saw movement that I wouldn't be able to attribute to this adult that we're looking at. I think I saw a chick, but I'm not positive. I'm wondering if I could move a little bit and maybe change our angle. Or, better yet, it would be very courteous for this killdeer to just, stand up and stand to the side for a bit. We won't stay on this all day, but I wanna see if we can get a look at the chicks. I would love that. That was a song sparrow we just heard. To our right, we had seen some goslings. Now all of a sudden I see 4 adults in a line and goslings interspersed between them. Maybe we'll get a look at the chicks. I would love that. There's another killdeer we just heard a vocalize, and it's nearby. I think I just heard a chip note of a come on, stand up. I'm going to try to see if I can see it with binoculars. Maybe we could find it if I change the angle. I don't want to lose sight of it. Okay, I do see the nest now with binoculars. We may not have much of a chance to see it. see anybody in there with a, any kind of a brief stance. And now I'm looking ahead. I'm worried that we won't be able to see because of vegetation we've got near the road. This is selfish. You should stand up and make sure, I don't know. If you look at, if you look to our left, I don't think if I were to back up, I don't believe I'd get a good look in there. The only chance is if I move forward a little bit, and again, I'm concerned that I won't have a clear line of sight because of vegetation near the road. Okay, now's our chance, maybe. I am gonna move the car, and maybe we'll see it. The thing is, I need that, hold on, I need that mark, I kind of need the adult there so I can find the nest. I'm not sure I can find it. Uh-oh. We've got an... Okay, I think one more second. I'm not sure where that nest is, to be honest with you. I really am not. Uh-oh. Don't sit down. You know... Hold on. Okay, definitely no now. Let's see if we can move forward just a little bit. Oh, I may have just lost sight of it. Hold on. No, I see it. Okay. This is not going to get much better by the looks of things. The adult is still there. Where'd it go? Shoot. Don't worry, we won't work on this all day, but well, let me move forward a little bit and then I'll try to see if I can see it. Is that it right there? Okay, I see it again, and I don't know if it's going to be good, but I have a clear line of sight. If I can just get lined up here. There it is. So we can just hope that it stands up. Hey. We'll wait a few more moments, maybe we'll get another look. A couple minutes maybe. So we definitely saw one chick at least. I don't know. You may have had a better look than I did. You probably did. But we'll see if we'll be lucky enough to get another look. That great blue heron, by the way, is still there. If I had to guess, this nest will be, vacated by next week. Just given, we saw the chick move around. If I had to guess, they won't be here at the nest very much longer. Great egret is still there on the other side of the road, by the way. So again, if you're just tuning in, we're looking at a killdeer nest. We're in Montezuma, and we're looking at a killdeer nest. We're actually looking out on the main pool, which has been drained. I don't know if there's any water left at all, but at least within view there is none. And we're just waiting to see if we can see a chick. That was selfish. That was I did not appreciate that partial standing and moving, and now we're unable to see anything at all. Did not appreciate that. Just a tease. I just saw something flying out there, I think. Oh, it's just a bug. Kind of trying to keep my eyes on the camera, but I'm also now starting to look around again with binoculars. You never know what could be out there. I'm just hoping for some kind of a reasonable look at the chicks if possible. Oh, come on. This is the first time I've ever actually seen a killdeer nest. We've seen, as I mentioned last week, we had seen, a couple years before, some killdeer chicks, but we didn't actually see the nest. So this is the first time I've seen one, in the process of nesting. You could argue that this is just one of the opportunities that we're getting we might otherwise not get if the pool had been left to be as normal. So, granted, it'd be nice to have some water in the pool, but we do get something out of the draining of it, just this year, and then you know, the whole purpose of it is a long-term management thing. And hopefully that benefits us anyway, long-term. There's a bit of a breeze, which feels good, I have to say. We're not going to stay here much longer. I know I said that before, but we're going to move along pretty soon. Now, there's a car right behind me. I wonder if they see what I'm seeing or not. At least for me, it's tough to see that. Of course, they could be looking at the great blue heron, which is what stopped us also in the first place. But I think we're going to move along. As much as I'd like the opportunity to see the chicks, however many there are, you know, I don't want to wait here all day. That could be boring. Tell you what, we'll wait at most another 4 minutes and then we'll move along. The vehicle behind us has moved along. Maybe they thought, oh, just the great blue heron, but I have a feeling they did. Well, who knows if they even care about killdeer chicks, but haven't heard any vocalizations from this or the other one in a while now. Now that I think about it. How about standing up for us, huh? Huh? Stand up and walk away for a bit. Just for a minute or two. Hearing some vocalizations. Come on, stand up. Walk away for a bit. Stretch your legs. Okay, I think we're gonna get going. It's 1 o'clock now. Like I said, I was hoping for a better look at the chicks. We did see at least one moving around. Seemed able to walk fairly well, and I don't know how many others might be underneath. Ahead of us, there's a person in the walkway, so I mean she's not there against the rules. And I wouldn't be surprised if the killdeer know about her being there. She's looking around with binoculars right now, and she's I'd say at least 2 car lengths ahead of us. So I mean she's not right there. But I think it's time we got going, I guess. Unfortunately, we didn't get the look that I was hoping for, but, well, here's that heron, by the way. Time for us to get moving. Good luck. Okay, oh, in the air. They were closer to each other, but a couple eagles. Like I said, a fair amount of eagle activity today. I'm going to leave everything in place. Let's move along. I hear a killdeer from somewhere. I'm not sure where the localization is coming from. I know we haven't driven far. Let me just take a quick look with binoculars. With things so dry here in this stretch, I don't expect to see much in terms of shorebirds. Before we still had little puddles here and there, and that might draw shorebirds. But now things are pretty dry. See another gallinule to our right. I think it's another one. I know it's a gallinule. I just don't know if it's a different one than the one we saw earlier. Looking at an eagle in the air. Oh, there are a few puddles or wet spots nearby. I don't see any activity at them, but not everything is 100% drained just yet, and I wonder what's out there. For instance, where we saw that eagle land. Just heard a killdeer again. Oops, sorry. So it looks like, there might be some, it looks like there's the same kind of water situation that I just described nearby. There's some wetness there. I don't even know if those could be called puddles. There's so little water there, but maybe while we're here, maybe just take a closer look. You never know if something is out there. I think I might be hearing a warbling vireo, but I'm not sure. Seeing no movement. There may be some birds out there, but I'm not seeing anything. There's a song sparrow that we just heard. The warbling vireo is coming from the right-hand side of the road, and maybe not particularly close, I'm not sure. I think I see some herons up ahead. Song sparrow. Cute. Passed by it already, otherwise I'd stop and take a look at it. As I've said before, sometimes you go to a birding location and, instead of seeing many birds, maybe you only see one or two, but you never know, that one or two birds could be a special sighting for you. Special in some way. Maybe it's a particularly good look, or great blue heron. And another. Those crows look like crows, I think. That looks like, I'm having a hard time pointing in that direction, but that looks like that is a heron. I thought for a moment it might be a great egret, but it's not. Alright, we'll get closer there before we really try to keep looking. There might, well, I don't know. I was going to say there might be an egret there, I'm not sure. Probably not, they look like they're herons. Interesting how, granted, there is some vegetation, but so far, not much. Now, granted, it hasn't been dry all that long, but somehow would think that it might be, a little bit more covered with vegetation by now. See, again, from here, the distance looks, I mean, with that distance, at first it looks like it's white, but it's not. It's a great blue heron, as opposed to a great egret. One thing you're not getting is the aroma, which I have to say is less than good. It smells like rotting fish. So I think I'm going to keep moving. Okay, let's keep going here. There is, a channel here, a little bit of water. Much left of this. I don't know how good the fishing is for great blue herons. There are some dead fish along that channel. There goes the aroma again. Number of Canada geese, 5 that are out there. Just each one resting on the ground. Over here. And a great blue heron is closer in the, well, 2 of them. One in the channel that remains, and the other, I'm not sure if I can get either one. The grass is here. And one about to walk into it. I can't get them. Not well. Because of the grasses. Here's one of them, kind of, sort of, right here. We're going to keep moving. Great blue heron. Again, I have no idea if there are many of the types of fish that great blue herons would go after. You know, the larger fish that we've seen, well, dead here and there, you know, those are just too large for great blue herons, and I don't know if that's all there had been left in the channel here. But like I said last week, I mean, it seems discouraging. It's all dried out and everything, but you have to remember this is being deliberately drained, and there are plenty of other places nearby with water. So it's not as if you know, it's not as if this is all there is and we're going into desert-like conditions everywhere. Now there's a guy here, I wonder if he sees it. Yeah, I have a feeling he doesn't. Okay. Another great blue heron. Just saw a tree swallow. I believe I just heard a yellow warbler. Oh, who's flying? I think I see a yellow warbler in flight and flying to the other side of the road. Maybe we should switch cameras. I'm going to do that. Oh, just heard a common yellowthroat. Wouldn't mind seeing it. But it didn't sound like it was super close. I had the feeling we'd have a very hard time catching a glimpse. Let me just take a moment and look around with binoculars. See a mallard. By the way, I saw some mallards yesterday, and they were males, and they looked like they were in the process of going to their summer plumage, non-breeding. Am I hearing some kind of a flycatcher? Saw a muskrat. Hearing marsh wrens again. Oh, thank you. An alder flycatcher, apparently. In the distance, I see some white in the air. I believe, if I had to guess, it's a great egret. Looks like one. And maybe we'll have a look at it when we're up ahead. Still reading 78 degrees. The high predicted high temperature last I checked was 80. Actually, I didn't check for here. I checked for Ithaca. I don't know if it might be a little different up here. But as I've explained, sometimes my thermometer in my car, I don't know, during the tour it seems to hang on to a number, then all of a sudden it changes in a big way. I still see the egret. It's not getting closer, it's walking away, but I think I just heard another common yellowthroat. I guess we'll take a moment. It's not going to be the very best look, but let's see if we can look at this great egret a little bit. At least while it's there. 1 second. So obviously, as I've said before, looks very much like a great blue heron, but they are a little smaller and obviously white, as opposed to blues and grays. Not the very best look we've ever had at one. I mean, between the sunshine and the distance, not our best look, but we'll take it. Well, I'll take it. I don't know about the rest of you. Otherwise, in this area of water, I don't see with the naked eye really anything else. I'm going to leave it here. It may walk off the screen. I'm going to look around with binoculars just a bit. Yeah, I just don't see anything really. Okay, we're going to move along. See another mallard. You know, overall, I mean, let's face it. I mean, it's relatively quiet here, and I suspect it's a combination of things. Obviously, very much because the pool is being drained, but also just because of the general conditions. I mean, it's a warm, sunny day, and in terms of sightings, that can discourage things sometimes. I see an eagle in the air to our right. Not sure if I just heard an American goldfinch or not. So I'm hearing marsh wrens again from our left. Not seeing any of them, but I'm hearing them. I think I'm hearing something else from our right. I'm not sure what it is. It's not an American goldfinch. At least I don't think so. Mosquito. They found me again. They always do. They must be on mealy. Orange swallow just hanging out there on the road. I'm going to back off just in case and back right back down the ramp. If I can. Can't see my backup screen. song sparrow or two. I'm not sure what that was. I am sure as I'm not hearing it again. Could be a yellow throat. Not sure where it was though. Give me a second. What do I see? Hold on, I see a flycatcher I'd like to get a look at, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Oh, did it move? I think it did. Hold on. Okay. Oh. I don't see it now. Oh, do I? Oh. Sorry, it's hard for me to look at it. I'm not even looking at my screen, so I can see it very well. I can't be sure we're in sharp focus. Oops. Oops. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna let it go. And no, I don't see it. It may still be there in that tree, but I don't see it. All right. Okay, let me just leave everything in place for just a minute, and I just want to drive forward just a little bit. We'll look down the channel if there's any water there, and see if there's anything worth looking at. The Bennings pool, by the way, from here anyway, I don't see any birds in it at all. That's been the case for the last in a few weeks, really. I believe I may have just seen a grackle. I hadn't seen one until now. And I think I just saw another one. Let me just take a look at it. Yes, common grackle. Now there is some water in this channel. You know, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know if they just can't stop that water, or if this is just what's left, or what the story is, but there it is. But I'm not seeing anything. Oh my goodness.
The smell isn't that bad.
It was bad. It was bad.
I want to see the redhead.
What?
I'm going to try to see the redhead.
Good luck.
Thanks.
I had heard of a redhead. I don't remember what report. Lately the eBird reports have been coming late for, what was that? Whatever reason. Hold on a second, let me just look at the binoculars. I am not sure if I'm seeing something or not. And I'm not sure. I may not be able to get it for you anyway. Hold on. I'm up to whatever it is. I'd like to get a look at it. We have grasses in the way, and I could barely see it with binoculars. I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure if I have a line of sight, is my point. Okay, I think I know where to look. Can't tell if there's anything there or not. You know, I'm going to back up. See if that gives me a clearer line. Oh, it's getting worse. Yeah, it's getting worse, not better. Yeah, that's not going to work. All right, let me switch cameras instead of having you look at this. I guess it's not anything. I saw some movement, definitely, and I wasn't sure what it was. It may have been either a red-winged blackbird or grackle right at the water's edge. I couldn't see it fully. You can see on either side the grasses are pretty tall, and it makes looking on either side very difficult, especially if you're looking, down low and at the water's edge. You essentially can't see it. Stretches like this, I mean, there's not a break anywhere either. It's all grass. At least in the initial stretch of Wildlife Drive, you get very often have areas where you can peek through. I'm just looking along the water's edge on the other side of this little channel of water, just to see if there's any activity that I'm missing with the naked eye. Not seeing anything. And now, I'll show you, but I mean now you can see I can't see the water's edge on the near side, and I can see the water's edge on the other side, the far side of this channel. But there's no, there's no, tall vegetation right at the edge. Do I see something moving though? Okay, hearing marshaling again. It does feel fairly warm here in the car. It felt breezier earlier. I think it's just a matter of how the direction the breeze is going. It's not really coming through the car. Let me just take a moment here and look around from here. I do see a great blue heron in the pool here. I guess it's called the Benning Marsh. it's called, it doesn't matter. I'm not seeing much in terms of bird activity. I was hoping to see maybe, you know, some other heron species. Maybe a bittern or something within view. But I'm not seeing anything like that. Nope, not seeing anything like that. So, we're going to keep moving. One of the nice things about bird watching is, I mean, granted, it's nice if you're able to get out there yourself and everything, but if you're not able to, for whatever reason, whether it's a physical reason or something like that, there's still some opportunities. You know, there's some areas that are good for bird watching from your vehicle, like we're doing right now. See a turkey vulture just above the road right now. Just gliding. So, actually, from here, you know, things look kind of normal. You know, we often see that there's this channel here and there's water and everything, and you know, that's how it is usually every year. Things look like they, you know, pretty much like they always do. Up ahead, I suspect we'll see what we saw last week, and that is the water, the area is normally covered with water, pretty dry. See some Canada geese. Looks like you know, a couple adults and some fairly, you know, reasonably mature youngsters. Oh, there may even be a little bit of color on that one. Maybe not. Adult coloration. You know, that's the way the light is heading. Let's keep moving. Little cuties. Nice work. darkness. Very soon we'll start to see the Canada geese molting. Or I should say we won't be seeing them molting because they'll, in many areas, at least in my own areas near my own home, I'm unlikely to see them so often because, many of the areas where I do see them, they fly to visit each day, and during molting season they're not flying, so I won't be seeing them. I see them all the time, but I find when they're not around because of the molting, or if it's winter and everything is covered with snow and there's nothing for them to eat, I miss them. Some people don't like them because of the mess they leave. I can understand that, but I still love the Canada geese. Probably helps that I'm not a golfer. We spend a lot of time on a lot of golf courses. So far, we haven't had to deal too much with the effect of bright sunlight because, to be honest, we haven't seen that much that we wanted to look at, and it hasn't been all that far away. There's still some water here. I'll give you a quick look. But, as predicted, not much. Pretty dry. Is that a duck? Is that somebody swimming out there? Looks like it. Might be a gadwall. Looks like a gadwall. I need to look with binoculars. Honestly, I'm not sure. Let me check with my scope here. No, I think it's not, actually. Let's keep moving along. wondering, you know, why are we here? If they're draining the pool, why bother? Well, as I've said before, there's always a chance you will see something interesting. See a mallard and about 8 or 9 ducklings. Not very close. And looks like another pair of mallards and I believe a pair of gadwalls. Though I'm not sure. Looks like a gadwalls. None of them are close, and the gadwalls and the other pair of mallards were both kind of snoozing. Oh, hold on. I think that was a mallard that just flew back. Okay. To my right, in the air, is that an osprey? I think so. And that looks like a great blue heron in the air. That looked like a pickup of some maybe nesting material or something. It was very quick. Hold on, what is that bird? Is that oh, I can't see it now. I'm guessing it's red-winged blackbird female. I can't see it now because of the grasses. What is this over here? Anything? Turtle. Okay. That osprey, I don't believe, was carrying anything, and it just came right around. Seemed like to grab something and then hurried right off. I mean, it hardly looked or anything. Okay, in the distance we have I think it's a mallard. Overhead we have a great blue heron flying and another great blue heron on the ground here. We're going to keep moving. Here. 2 or 3 more mallards out there. Another great blue heron out here. Sorry, I have to keep the other side window open, but it's too hot to close it. A lot of road noise in, but hold on a second, I want to look at something. setting, it looks like a dead great eagle. I'm going to look at it with scope and see if it is in fact that. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh, maybe not. I'm not sure. Oh wow. Let me, I'll show you. It does not appear to be one, but I'm going to show you anyway. Hold on. I'm going to show you anyway. Maybe because it's good news. So, you know, seeing this kind of looks like, unfortunately, a dead great egret, but if you look closely, it's litter, which is not good, but it looks like just litter. I don't know what it is, but just some kind of bag or something. So, that's good news. Let's keep going. See what appear to be blue-winged teals. Right here. We'll keep going. Not the best look we've ever had at them, that's for certain. I believe that was a female red-winged blackbird, I would guess. Sound like it. Some herons in the air there. And there's another, I saw another one, or at least I thought I did on the ground. Yes, I did. Okay, right there. And over here,